On the line, we do have the mother of the learner himself, Ndlovu. Thank you, Ma, for making time for us. Good evening and welcome.
Evening. Thank you.
Just condolences to yourself and to your family for the loss of your son. And are you able to then tell us, on Monday, what happened to Brian?
Brian went to school as usual, and he came back home soon after, I think 3:30 or 4:45, somewhere there. And he looked very tired. And that's when I asked him, how was his day and why is he dragging his feet? And he said to me, Mom, I just feel tired. He then came into the house, took off his uniform, ate his lunch, and then he jumped into bed. Then after taking a short nap, Brian then woke up to visit a friend next door, a friend who's a bit older than him though, in his early 20s.
Yeah.
He visited Simba. Simba was more like a brother to Brian than a friend. And then that's when Brian broke the shell and told Simba that his day was hectic and he was forced to drink a substance in the bathroom.
Yeah. And sorry, Matt, continue.
Yes.
Did he say to Simba what the substance was?
No, he didn't say.
And he said, did he tell Simba who made him drink the substance?
No, Simba never mentioned anybody's name.
And did he tell him why? What was the bullying about? What had happened?
Not at all. He just broke it in short and just said, listen, dude, my day today was so long, it was hectic. I was bullied and I was forced to drink poison. That's all he told Simba.
Was this the first time you had heard of bullying, at the school from him?
Yes, it was a bullying situation.
Yeah. And he had mentioned bullying to you before?
No, he hadn't mentioned bullying with me or his dad.
I mean, how do you then, feel about the reaction the school is giving?
I beg your pardon, ma'am?
How do you feel about the reaction the school is giving?
So, I'm broken, I must say, ma'am. I feel neglected in a way. And I feel the principal knows that there's a lot happening within his premises. And he's hiding quite a lot.
So I take it that you have reported the fact that, your son passed on Monday. Did they, what happened when you did report that from the school?
When we reported to the principal, he took it like normal. His expression to me, he didn't show a concern out there. It was just like a usual thing. It was a normal thing.
It was normal to him that a student, a learner had passed away.
Yes, because his words were condolences to you, ma'am. And, ma'am, I'm not too sure if Brian was poisoned in our toilets because we've got footage all over our premises. Ma'am, I would like to say to you, Brian might have taken poison at home, which doesn't make sense. My son wasn't that child would do such. He was a very humble and intelligent boy, I would say. So he wouldn't do such to himself.
What then is the way forward? Have you had engagements from the Department of Education?
I can't hear you properly.
Has anybody reached out to you from the Department of Basic Education?
Yes. This morning we had an official by Mr. Williams, and the other gentleman was Mr. Maila, if I'm not wrong. So the Mr. Williams and the Mr. Maila at the school this morning.
Have they promised to do some investigations?
They said so. They said they still have to investigate. They also promised to go through the footage, which I'd asked for yesterday from the principal, but then he denied me access to the footage.
Sanibonani, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, social media users, parents and community members are demanding justice following the death of Elena Ndlovu in what they believe to be an alleged bullying incident. According to reports, Ndlovu was allegedly forced to consume poison, leading to his untimely death. Now, the incident has brought the issue of bullying within the schools to the forefront, as another parent revealed that her son had also experienced bullying, and her plea to the school to address the matter were seemingly unheeded or ignored. Now, this was the email from the KFM website that the parents sent. All right. Now, Brian's parents, Charles Ndlovu, Ona 50, and Mildred Ndlovu, Ona 44, told Zimoja that on the morning of his death, Brian left home for school in tiptoe shape. Said, and I quote, he left the house at around 6:45 as usual. He jumped into his transport driven by one of his teachers. He spent the whole day at school and came back home at around 4 p.m. He was dragging his feet when he returned, which looked strange, but he said he was feeling tired. He ate his lunch and jumped onto his bed. He slept, and when his father came back from work, he woke him up around 6 p.m. because he had received a call from the principal saying that O'Brien had slapped someone. Now, Brian told them that he slapped the child because he was defending himself from a bully. He said he was just trying to fight back because the child is always bullying him and no one wants to take his side because the boy comes from a rich family. His father sponsors the school and no one is willing to listen to him. He said if he told us, he knew that I would go to the school and lay a complaint, which meant him getting even more bullied. Now, Mildred says that on the same day, they confronted O'Brien about slapping Elena, but he felt sick. He had confided in his neighbor before his parents came. He told the neighbor that there were 4 boys at school who had been bullying him, and one of them made him drink poison. Now, Mildred says O'Brien complained about feeling a bit sick, but he was scared to tell us. She said we were meant to go to the school on Tuesday to address the matter, but at around 7 p.m. on Monday, I noticed him sitting down. He was wearing 2 jackets, and I asked him why he was sweating. He said his tummy was sore. He sat on the carpet and removed his socks. He said, I'm burning, Mama. Please give me milk now. My tummy is sore. Mama, today they bullied me and forced me to drink poison. Omidredi says she gave him milk. He couldn't take the milk. He was throwing up. We rushed him to Hillbrow Clinic. On his way, I could tell he was in pain and breathing heavily. The clinic did all they could. CPR, squeezed him onto the bed, put him on oxygen, and in less than 15 minutes of trying their best, the doctor disclosed that he was no more. Now, parents handed over a memorandum to the Gauteng Department of Education to have the alleged school bullies suspended. They asked for anti-bullying campaigns to be set in place at the school, and they asked that children get an opportunity to voice their concerns. Now, parents say that children within the schools are traumatized due to ongoing bullying at Queen's High School. They also asked that the principal look into possible corruption at the school due to teachers allegedly demanding money from children for extra-moral activities. Now, the Gauteng Department of Education spokesperson Steve Mabona says teams will be dispatched to the school. He said, and I quote, we have sent out our investigating teams to find out what transpired at the school and will be handling the matter with urgency. Now, there you have it, Mzansi. Do let me know, guys, what you think in the comment section down below. Now, of course, these are heartbreaking news.